and smelling it, because it does smell really, really good. This is what it looks like up close and personal. It's really hot. Hi guys, today we are actually going to be making buttermilk chicken. So this recipe is actually from Joshua Weissman, who has a YouTube channel. I really like almost everything that he does. So the first thing that we're going to be substituting is the buttermilk. So since I am lactose intolerant, I cannot have dairy. So we're going to make a alternative to buttermilk. So if anybody is in the same exact boat as me and you cannot have dairy, this is the same recipe you're going to be following. So without further ado, let's begin. Okay, so right here, we're going to be starting off by defrosting the chicken. All that you really have to do is put it in the microwave for about 4 minutes on high power. Now, that's exactly what I did in this video, but your microwave might be a little bit different, so I would start off by adding 3 minutes to the timer on the microwave. And you also don't want to forget to constantly wash your hands. Whenever dealing with any raw chicken, raw steak, raw anything, you also want to make sure that you're constantly washing your hands. Okay, so while that is cooking, we are going to go ahead and start making our marinade, and then we're going to just add the chicken to that after we're done. So we're gonna start off by making the buttermilk. So they say 2 cups of buttermilk, so all you have to do is add the 2 cups of buttermilk. So all you have to do to substitute buttermilk is to add almond milk. You just add lemon juice. Okay, now that we have that, all we have to do is get the lemon. Okay, so now that we have our buttermilk, put that aside, get the lemon, or you can just use lemon juice, either way. Get the seed out of the way. Okay, now stab your lemon, and you can already see all the juices start to come out. And then you're just gonna wanna fill 1 tablespoon of this stuff right here. Be careful not to get it into your eyes.
And that's facts. Only I can make a change. Slowly take a step today.
Okay, and we are golden. We have to take our milk, and then we're just gonna pour that right in there. Okay, so what we are doing here is just cutting our chicken into little bite-sized pieces. Trust me, you're gonna wanna do this if you want your chicken to be nice and well done. Okay, like I said before, do not forget to wash your hands in between. Also, to just make sure that we do not use this plate again, we are just going to be putting it straight in the sink. We have all of our chicken right here, but what do we do with it? All we have to do is make sure that there's no water in here, because when we defrost chicken, all of the ice falls right off the chicken. Just make sure that there's no water. Okay, so now we're gonna start with the recipe. So the recipe calls for 2 cups of buttermilk, which we have made already. 2 cups, pour that right in. 1 tablespoon of white pepper. There we go. That's the 1 tablespoon of white pepper. Okay, now we're gonna do 1 tablespoon of garlic powder. Now we need to do 1 tablespoon of smoked paprika. So I purposely did not fill this all the way up because of the fact that I already have some inside of there that dropped while I was doing that. Okay, so that is everything in the recipe. All we have to do is give it a little mix. Okay, now all you have to do is let it sit for 5 minutes. Okay, so now that this has been sitting for 5 minutes, the breading for the chicken that we're going to be using starts like this. 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour. That's 1 cup. And for this, you're gonna just need to use all-purpose flour. That's 2 cups. So this calls for 2.5 cups. That's half. Okay, 1 tablespoon of garlic powder. 1 teaspoon of onion powder. 2 teaspoons of celery powder, but in my case I have celery salt because that's the only one that I can find. 1 tablespoon of smoked paprika. That's 1. That's 2. Okay, so we're going to be mixing this all together with this fork right here. We need to fill up this pan with some oil and start heating that up. I say about halfway of your pan. Okay, while we wait for that to heat up, let me go get my dogs. Winston, good boy. Lily, good girl. You're gonna take your marinated chicken, dip it into this, and then you're gonna put it right in there. We're gonna be following these steps until there's no more room. And again, make sure you're constantly washing your hands. Okay, now don't forget to flip your chicken around so it's not just getting nice and crispy on one side. Okay, so we're going to check on this chicken to make sure that it's cooked. It is smelling really, really good. We're gonna check on this one right here, cut it in half, that's how you tell. If you looked inside of that chicken and you do not see any pink, we do not see any pink over here, we're gonna be giving it a little tester because I am kind of hungry looking at this thing and smelling it because it does smell really, really good. Let's test it out. This is what it looks like up close and personal. It's really hot, but it's really good. This is what it comes out to, thumbnail. I really cannot stop eating this. Well, that just came out, so that was wicked hot. Should not have done that. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you try this for yourself because you will not regret doing this. If you team this up with waffles and you have the buttermilk chicken with buttermilk waffles, which I will be making next video, then you're not going to go wrong. This is the easiest thing that you can do to have a good time in your mouth, a party inside of your mouth, in Flavortown, bubbles all over the place. Thank you all. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope you enjoyed this chicken. If you want to check out the original recipe that I got this from, it's going to be in the link down below. Thank you so much for watching and I hope you have a great rest of your day.